My name is DeAndre Brechto, and I chose to research the justification of the atomic bombs. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were logical moves by the American government. On August 6, 1945, the U.S. became the sole country to drop an atomic bomb throughout wartime. These necessary actions ended the 6-year-long World War with a U.S. victory over Japan. In 1940, Albert Einstein warned the U.S. that Nazi Germany was researching nuclear weapons, pushing the U.S. to do the same. In July of 1945, the United States successfully dropped its first atomic bomb in a desert in New Mexico, but by this time, Germany had already been defeated. President Truman was later warned by other government officials that hundreds of thousands of deaths would be a result of a land raid on Japan. President Truman took these facts into consideration and decided to make this a speedy victory by justifiably dropping the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Kokura. The surrender ceremony was held on September 2nd aboard the United States Navy battleship USS Missouri, at which officials from the Japanese government signed the Japanese instrument of surrender, thereby ending the hostilities. The first bomb's target was Nagasaki, and if that were too difficult to execute, Kokura. The second target was in fact Kokura. The boxcar was flying over Kokura, but it was impossible to visually see the target because of clouds and smoke coming from an earlier firebombing of the neighboring city of Yahata. So they moved to their secondary target, which was Nagasaki. Thus forth, the bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. The people of Kokura avoided nuclear death within 3 days, once because of Enola Gay's primary target wasn't cloud-covered, and once because the boxcar's primary target was. The bomb saved potentially millions of American lives and even Japanese lives from avoiding land invading. The United States also gave a fair warning to Japan, saying that they could declare an unconditional surrender or be prepared to face prompt and utter destruction. And also Japan created its national mobilization law, creating total war. The definition of total war containing that all people and industries of the nation are subject to wartime offenses. For these reasons and many more, the bombs were most certainly justifiable. The atomic bombs drastically changed our country today. Firstly, the United States was spared potentially millions of lives. The abrupt end to the Second World War saved the United States from having to land raid, in which Secretary of War Henry Stimson concluded would have costed America at least 1 million lives. Secondly, we are now part of NATO, or North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is an international organization composed of the U.S., Canada, Britain, and a number of European countries, established by the North Atlantic Treaty, for purposes of collective security. Another effect we see today is the fact that no other bombs like them have been dropped since. Globally, countries now know the drastic effects that a bomb of such magnitude can have. Without the bomb droppings, countries all over the world would not have the knowledge they have today, potentially dropping them in poor circumstances, bringing upon worldwide nuclear warfare. These effects that we as a nation can see today go to show how logical the dropping of the atomic bombs were.